And we are live. Hello, guys. Gonna give a second just for the notifications to start showing up, and we'll start. Yeah, Twitch is kind of weird sometimes. Takes a little while to send notifications, and sometimes it does it very quickly. What's going on? Oh, let me see. No, that's not that. This is? I think so. Okay. Right. So we're gonna be doing some Beneath Oresa tonight. I'm gonna try to record an order explain run. Yeah, I've done a few for Robook, but I guess this sort of would be the first one for Beneath Oresa. And yeah, not quite sure which characters I'm gonna use. I'm leaning Issandre because I did some Hectos runs yesterday and Soto went, so it's been a little while since I played Issandre, and she's fun, so there is that. Yeah, hopefully I do okay. Oh, let me go there so we can get some audio, and I think I can adjust it a little bit because yeah, that should be better. Yeah. Well, let's just start. New game. We're gonna go for Issandre, and yeah, as I mentioned before, we're going for Issandre. Now the companion, that one I'm not so sure. Because the last ones I did, I think I did Doltar, and I may have done Sora. I mean, I've gone through all of them, but I mean recently. So I was leaning maybe Nereide. Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna go Nereide. Of the companions of Tainted Ones, Nereide is a very good companion for the Tainted Ones. But probably Issandre is the worst one. It's still pretty decent, you know. The sustains is very good, and the Wolf Within is fine. It works for Issandre too, but it's not as good as, you know, in Jokan or Sora. So yeah, it's gonna be Issandre, Nereide, Person. Let's start. Alright, so the first thing I like to focus in the map is to actually look how it's laid out. And yeah, you don't have like the alternate paths like you do in Slay the Spire, but what they've done here is they essentially came up with the ideal distribution that you would get in that usually are aiming for in Slay the Spire. Like you get, you know, 3 campfires, which are big groups here, and 3 elites, and then they add the regular fights, which in Arcane in Oresa are always gonna be at least 4, and then you have some bailouts in the you have 2 bailouts in the elites, right? So apart from that, you get between 5 and so it's 17 at the end, 17 scavengers or events, and so that means that you get a 5 scavenge floor and then 2 6 scavenge floors. And it's gonna be random which one is the 5 one, the 6. This one is 1 2 3 4 5. So this one is the 5 scavenge floor. Right. So after I see the layout, I sort of identify where the first elite is, and I count backwards to see how many fights, regular fights, breaches we have. And in this case, we have all the breaches before the first decision. And I usually don't go for 3 elites in floor 1. It's the only one where I don't do this. But it's gonna depend on how strong the deck is. It's also gonna depend on what the tactic is, because I might go for the first incursion if the battle tactic is good, and then I skip the last one. Yeah. So let's just let's put another note here. The first 2 fights are always the same. The only thing that changes is the order. So that is useful sometimes to know, because once you see the first one, you know what the second one is gonna be, and if you get one of the tactics that gives you a better reward, but it gives the enemies a buff, you can sort of assess if the boss is gonna mean you lose too much HP. Remember, you fully heal at the end of the floor, so you generally don't want to. You want to take as many risks as you can in order to improve for the next floor and to raise your chances, but you still don't want to lose too much HP so that you essentially have to heal in the regroups. So if you can avoid healing, that's an upgrade, either a level up or a companion. Sorry, a companionship level up or an upgrade. So that being said, prepare is almost always worth it. Like, you don't have a lot of pulse, and your cards are not that great, so discarding one, it's gonna be alright. I mean, you may pay a little bit of HP, but generally fine. Alright, so this is probably the harder one of the fights. We did get the Raging Grunt buffing turn 1, which is good, and we didn't draw the curse, which is also decent. I think we just block, and this guy needs to die. It's priority number 1, and he's almost there. Now we might draw the curse, and we would have to. No, we didn't. Now that means that in this case, we're probably gonna do it this way. We go Savage type, Curse Vigor, and then use Immaterial Blow, which is gonna refund this energy. And if we draw a block, we don't take damage. If we draw the curse, we don't care. There you go. And oh, I didn't know that happened that way, in that order there. Like, you draw the curse first, and then you gain the. Oh, it makes sense. Then you gain the energy. So essentially, he just bypassed the curse turn 1. So sorry, the first deck shuffle. That's pretty good. We get a free hit there. That's nice. And we're most likely going to be able to bypass the second round because we got this. Oh, actually, we won because get inner piece, get rid of the virus. We're going to draw it anyways, and we go 1, 2. The claws give you 3 temporary fury, so instead of 5 now, so 12, 16. This would be 19, so is it worth it? The answer is probably yes. I mean, we're gonna need to start hitting that guy at some point. So I guess we get 1 hit. Well, if I use the onslaught, we're gonna lose HP as well. So yeah, let's just do it this way. Come on, buff. Okay, we did get a buff, but we drew most, if not all, of them. Okay, we can get rid of the curse here, so I'm guaranteed that I'm not gonna play it. And I guess we do this once. We get a refund, 1, 2, and we can get a kill over there because next turn we're gonna get this, right? I mean, there's a good chance that the Sour Strike is gonna be at the end, so and we need 3 hits to make this work. So this is 15, 19. So this would be 13, 18. Yeah, I would risk it, I think. What the hell? This is not gonna happen. I guess this is the worst. Just risk it, I think. Took 4 damage. And you want to play material last because it's gonna draw a card, and if he draws a card, you just lose it. Well, I guess you gain energy, so it's but let's talk about the first draft. What are you looking for? Well, this game is a bit different to Slay the Spire. If you come from Slay the Spire, in that you generally in Slay the Spire in Act 1 you care about front-loaded damage, especially early on, and you can. It's not a hard rule, of course. In this type of game, you never have those, but because your first elite matchups are like Lagavulin, Sentries, and sorry, it's Slavagulin, whatever the name of the, and especially Nob, right? You generally want attacks, and you generally want attacks that deal damage the turn you play them, and as much damage as possible, just to be able to deal with those and don't lose too much HP that you just die. Actually, you can just die to them. However, in beneath Oresa, you need block as well, and block is also very good. There's also the fact that you don't have shops, which give you a vast array of options in Slay the Spire. And yes, you generally don't buy a huge amount of stuff in the shops. They help you complement whatever you're shown during the card rewards, and also in card rewards you can skip. In here you can't, so you have more control over how the deck ends up looking in Slay the Spire. So in here you kind of have to adjust your decisions. So if you see a very solid block option, you might not see it later. So I generally try to go for the best card for the deck, and I just try to analyze, is it good now, is it gonna be great later, and then try to go by that. For example, in here Doshimoshori is a very good card, that's a great upside. Scale Vigor is also fantastic, and Charwin is good, it's solid damage, but it's generally better in the other 2 characters. That being said, because we have Nereide, we have the option of getting the free smite with the Wolf within the free smite every turn. That allows us to swap a little bit more, which, you know, there's a case for Charwin as well. I don't think it's a strong one. Now it's gonna depend either if we want Scale Vigor or Doshi Motion. I think I prefer Doshi Motion right now, even if Scale Vigor has a lot of upside later, and it is more block if you don't meet the condition for Doshi Motion, but it's very easy to meet that condition. And yeah, so we just go Doshi Motion. It's a very decent card, so I'm gonna see our first scavenge. Oh, it's a good one. Right, let's talk a little bit about what your priorities should be, or at least what the priorities that I got are. So your main ability in this type of games, generally, I mean, it varies, but usually just draw a certain amount of cards, usually 5, and you gain 3 energy, 3 pulls in this case, right? So you want to be able to use that effectively, and right now our deck sucks, right? So while the removal is okay, it doesn't really help us this moment a lot, because we just be removing a bad card to draw into other bad cards. Like right now we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of decent cards. So And one with the flow is not fantastic right now because it takes a little while to pay off, right? So it's a problem, it's a power. So if you come from the Slay the Spire, so yeah. And by the way, Nereide is also not fantastic until we upgrade it. So yeah, it's just immaterial, which is decent, and dodge motion is very good. I guess immaterial is very good too. So the removal doesn't help us as much. The companionship level up, Nereide might be the best first companionship level up. It's one of the best because that the wolf within provides a lot of flexibility. This card essentially, you've seen it probably. It either gives you a program that gives you a free smite, which is a free hit every turn, or you gain 2 immediate smites, or you take damage that you can block. You can always block the damage in this game, and you draw 4 cards, which is okay. Actually, it's pretty good, especially in Issandre. But we don't have extra energy to play the cards that we draw. It would only be to essentially mitigate by draws, I guess. And we don't have access to Fury right now, so we won't be able to use the smites that effectively. And the other option is also not that great either, in the sense that right now it's not helping us that much. So that the companionship upgrade, even if it's one of the best ones, it's not fantastic right now, and we're gonna have opportunity to get there later. There is another thing to consider, and that would be the second level up is fantastic, and we might want to try to get there fast. But it's, I mean, 5 HP each combat is very good. If you can get there, like even after here, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4? I'm missing one, right? We got 3. Oh yeah, the 4 and the 3, yeah, 4. So that'll be 20 HP, and the boss, right, 25, which is very good. That being said, would we save more HP if we do this? And the answer is yes. And not only would we save HP now, we're gonna save HP later as well, because we're gonna make our deck a lot better. And right now we have, I mean, Antagonis are always decent, so well, in this case we got a fantastic one. That's gonna change the way we probably approach the run as well, because the cleansing lets us essentially remove the 2 worst cards. In this case is the curse and probably one of the strikes, and just go with it. Yeah, that's fantastic. And then we upgrade 1 of 3, and it doesn't matter. So oh, this is great, because my first priority is usually just get the curse vigor upgrade. And this is another thing that is quite different in from Slay the Spire, and I guess another roguelikes, deck builders. Only Bolt of the Void, I think it's similar in a way that sometimes you really care about basic cards upgrades, but in here they're really good. They provide a very, very solid choice. Even if you don't find like fantastic cards, they're still very good. Not only that, they're probably a better upgrade at the beginning than the other stuff that you get, and the main reason is that the other cards are already good. You click on them because they're good probably, and that just means that you add another good card to the deck. In our case, this means most of the time 17 block for 0, and then we get a virus. We can play around the virus, and we can get some benefits from them as well, with inner peace, with our program. So yeah, just go here. So this is what I mean. There was very little downside to going for the upgrades there anyways, because if we hit the other cards also are good upgrades, and even if we hit all strikes, the knockback upgrade for the strikes, or I guess in Issandre the one that deals 20 essentially is 0 for 20 damage, which is very decent. That being said, the knockback is probably even better because we have dodge motion, and we need to take into account that we're gonna probably face, there's a 33% chance that we face the Ire, which is one of the bosses in floor 1, and Ire really cares about if you're near them. especially if you're the Tainted Ones. If you're Agisa, you can mitigate that with the counter, but in Tainted Ones, you really want to keep Aya away so that it doesn't scale. So knockback is always a good option. So there's no bad hits here, even if you, I mean, there's only the curse. It only appears once, and the curse is also a solid upgrade, so that you can get rid of it. All right, let's go that way. I'm gonna now. This fight is guaranteed to be the 2 claws. So, for example, here we could draw an extra card, or we could heal 5. Now let's talk a little bit about Rush. Rush is probably the worst option you can take at the beginning of the run, mainly because, again, I point out your deck sucks. So what are you drawing into? And you don't have a lot of energy as well. You're Issandre, so you generate a little bit more, but the deck is pretty bad anyways. You already have the cleansing, so you're gonna get an extra card and some block, and you're just increasing your chances of drawing the curse and having a bad turn 1. So, and then if it comes with another option that has like an advantage, in this case it's a permanent advantage, so we heal 5. That's pretty good. We got friends. We didn't get we get rid of you, and I mean I can just do 1, 2, 3, right? Do we need the curse? I think for interface purposes it's probably worth it. We do it like that. There you go. Now they're both attacking. You can probably hopefully manage to do this, and yeah, we'll leave it ready. But is it worth it to swap? And the answer is no. I mean, it is worth it to swap if we could avoid taking damage, but I think we don't have to take damage here, so we just do this and pass. Yeah, we're gonna get some bleeds in the... Oh. Alright. Goodbye. Man, we miss... Alright, so... Let's talk a little bit about killing stuff. It is quite common in Slay the Spider not getting a lot about the order in which you kill stuff. I guess Gremlin Leader cares about it. But other than that, I don't think it's like the pace of on how you split the slime boss or how you split the champ. Well, I guess you get to 50% in the champ and meter also matters, but it's not as big of a deal as it is here. In here, if you have reinforcements coming and you kill something, the reinforcements are gonna show up attacking you next turn, and they're gonna be full of HP. So if you block for enough and you have a better target and you can start working on the other threat that you have. For example, right now we can just block once, hit, and probably we will be paying 2 HP for getting another hit. I don't think it's worth it, but it could be, because this means that this is 1 hit away, and so we can start working on this guy, because by the time we kill this might be ready to die, and then the other shows up and you can use your strikes essentially as block. And we can use our strike as block next turn as well, because we can just use a strike to kill it, right? I think I can still work on that guy. Even closer to death. Okay, so what do we got here? Bleed. It's fine, because we can do this. Get rid of that. And now we can essentially get a heal here. We're gonna draw the bleed, but we have 17 blocks. And now we can actually kill both of them. Now, something to note, if you kill all of the stuff, you immediately, and you have reinforcements, you immediately end your turn and the reinforcements showed up. So if you have bleeds and viruses, well, I guess, yes, bleeds and viruses, just make sure you have block before you do the, you kill everything. Yep, they didn't take any damage, and this guy has to die. And we're gonna have it. Okay, so. Okay, so we got another Doshi motion as an option, which, hey, don't underestimate how good that block card is. Now or never. It's probably my least favorite card in this draft. It's okay, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It essentially is gonna draw. Yeah, it draws itself. But the next round drawing 2 less can be quite significant. The anchor part helps. That being said, Corrupted Jolt, it's very good. Because for Issandre, if you play it as your first option, it just costs 1, right? And once you get to the 7 threshold, if somehow we're there, it's 0. And if we upgrade it, it's quite a big hit, so yeah, we just go for up the Jolt. And with Tainted Ones, you have to work on both the block and the block and the damage, right? In Nagisa, you focus mostly on the block, and then the damage, you just figure it out. You can use counters and you can use other sources, but the block is more important. Here you have to be a little bit more balanced. Now we have the choice of a draft, which is a solid one. Again, the deck is bad. We need to get better cards. But the upgrade also works fantastic because, again, even if it's just Savage Strikes or even the Cursed Vigors, we still take another one of those. Ideally, we would hit either Savage Strike or maybe one of our, Doshi Motion or Corrupted Jolts. So even Inner Peace and One with the Flow are also very good. I guess we prioritize Inner Peace before One with the Flow here because One with the Flow, the 0 is fantastic right now, but we might want to try to grid the 2-cost one because the 2-cost one is very good. It's more or less means an extra card each turn, an extra card and 5 block. The 5 block is the same, but extra hand size. My bad. Actually, it's 2. My bad. Yeah, because you draw the virus and... No, actually, wait. You draw the virus, but the virus... Essentially, it's mitigating the virus. But if you draw 2 cards, you're doing extra. That being said, if you generate onslaughts, you can use the onslaught to do that. It's complicated. It's essentially extra hand size. But that's just... Yeah, the upgrade is a lot better. Also, it's 2 things, right? You get the upgrade and you get the remove card. And now, what do I prefer? The knockback. I think I prefer the knockback anyways. We need, in order to be a lot safer against Ire, you want at least 2, and it's also very good to position being able to position the enemies. That's very good too. It helps the matchup against Side Pressure, which is the worst elite. And yeah, no, it's pretty good, and it's a decent damage upgrade too. So we could go for the 20, but honestly, we don't need more. We already have Corrupted Jolt. We have a couple of stuff. So yeah, we have Corrupted Jolt. We have the Immaterial Blows and the Cursed Figures. So we already have 3. So that's more than enough. For Issandre, and we just remove Savage Strike. And now the possibilities are quite huge. Injectors. Do we take the injectors versus the 4 heals, 3 HP each turn? I don't think this one is worth it because we're not bursty enough, and there are certain enemies where that just means they stay around for 2-3 turns. Especially if we hit one of those where we have a couple of enemies that have a decent HP pool where you can just rush through them. So I don't think it's worth it. I think we're gonna end up paying like 20, 30 HP for one injector. I don't think that's worth it. So, and the variance is quite big in terms of what fights these two breaches can be. So we could fight a custodian, this harmonized sentry, then we have the sentry with the range guy, I don't remember the name, the 3 orbs, the 2 orbs and the floating hexagon thing. A bunch of drug enforcers, combination with drug enforcers and I think raging grunts. Yeah, there are quite a few. So okay, we got the sentry and we drew the crystal one. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, but we can just block that. Do we want to cleanse? And the answer is yeah, probably. So we cleanse and get rid of strike. Oh, I got rid of the wrong one. Yeah, go slow when you play. It's gonna give us a refund. And this enemy has a big pattern. It's gonna attack for 8. This is gonna attack for 21 melee, and it's gonna attack for 25 range. But if you hit it, it's gonna go down to 17. So we want to try to time. Now there you go. There we go. Okay, we get this. So the virus get and get another hit. Yeah, we pay. We pay the HP. It's worth it. It's 1 HP. Come on. Oh, nice. We drop the jolt. And then we go transfigure, and we are probably gonna be able to kill this turn or next. Probably the next. Yeah. Oh, right. This. Riddle. Alright, we don't need another Corrupted Jolt, although it's very good. But as your Shard is a very good card. It's essentially, I know the game doesn't allow you to skip generally, but you can treat Consumable as a skip, pretty much. It's a skip, but it's a bit better, because it usually gives you a big boost for the next fight. Or you can hang on to the card and upgrade it. And this is a very good card. Often with Tainted Ones, if you go with a lot of viruses, you have an issue where you don't draw the attacks to close out the fights. That is more common with Jokan and Sora though, not with Issandre. And I would consider adding this card if the other one wasn't that good, but Gathering Violence is a fantastic card. It blocks for a lot if we needed to block, but it also helps us record maneuvers, like in a piece or Curse Vigor with the upgrade, so it essentially improves our draws. And if we need a big chunk of block, it's also very good. And do not underestimate the 3 Fury as well. 3 Temporary Fury is very good, especially with Nereide, and we're gonna get some smite, so yeah, we're just gonna take it. And we can send stuff to the discard pile quite fast with Inner Peace and with the Corrupted Jolts. So if we need that various in the discard pile, we're gonna get there quite often. So yeah. Let's talk about the first regroup. Regroups are always the same, and well, they're not always the same, I guess. You always have the same 3 options in the like you have training, rest, and plan. And obviously now we don't need to rest. We're basically at max HP, and what we have is the upgrades. The upgrades that you have available are gonna change quite a bit because you're gonna have some options. And depending on what you already got. But even if you don't have good targets for upgrades, you can still upgrade the basic cards, and the basic cards are very good. After you do at least 1-on-1, I generally go for either Inner Peace or Corrupted Jolt. Now in Ayesa, I always upgrade the curse as my first upgrade because Ayesa really cares about playing 3 cards every turn. They block a lot less, and they do a lot less damage. So it really matters a lot. Also, we have a cleansing. I mean, if I had a cleansing that maybe changes the what I'm doing quite a bit, but still, I generally go for in ISS the upgrading the curse in the first campfire regroup, I should say, and I'm almost always go for W because that 2 extra blocks, even though you can get rid of it for the rest of the run, that 2 extra block in floor 1 generally means like 4 HP per run on average. So, and by the time you get it, you still have like 4 or 5 fights left. So that's a lot of HP, and it often translates into, okay, so you upgraded this, and then the upgrade pays for itself later on. Like, because you won't have to heal in the last regroup ideally. So it's good. The other reason I get behind the W upgrade is that the rest of the cards are not as good as in Tainted ones, like the basic cards. So the strikes are worse than the upgraded cards. Anyways, you have Seal. The Seal, it's you get the 2 charges, and you need to discard the card. So on draw effects are good. So yeah, that's my reasoning. Here I generally go for M because we don't care that much about the block. Our block cards are good. Even though we probably want to remove the strikes just as fast as you will want to remove the curses, unless you're playing Jokan, it still fits quite well. Getting rid of the curse is very good, very beneficial in the ones. So the M upgrade is usually a priority for me, but it's a priority later in floor 1 or early floor 2. With a cleansing though, we might just straight out go through the run without removing the curse because we're gonna have better upgrades. The other reason is that upgrading Inner Peace, for example, or Corrupted Jolt is a much better use of our resources, and of this upgrade, it's gonna save us more HP right now, and it's probably gonna be better anyways in the long run. The other option that we can start considering is increasing companionship, mainly because we already got 2 upgrades and 2 pretty good upgrades, so which are basic, First Vigor and Savage Strike, and I do think this is probably better. We got access to some Furies, Temporary Fury with Gathering Violence, so that means that the second option for the Wolf Within is also pretty decent. We can make it do 18 damage for no energy, so on the 1 draw. And drawing cards, it's also like the one that you take 5 damage and draw 4, it's also very powerful for us. So, and even if we want to essentially make sure we always have constant damage, the third transformation is also decent. So yeah, I think we go companionship. The main thing I'm thinking of is the second level though. I'm trying to get to the second level right now. We have fantastic upgrades though. The Corrupted Jolt and Inner Peace are just great, and Immaterial Bros is also pretty decent, especially the one that makes it draw. So Dodging Motion for the one that has the M version, that is a guarantee, that's pretty good too. So I would say Corrupted Jolt and Inner Peace are our main targets right now, but yeah, we just increase Companion and we start working on that. Yeah. We're gonna fight our last guaranteed Bridge, and obviously this just heals us for 2. But the injectors, especially since we're about to get the decisions of whether we want to fight the incursions or not, it's better, and it's a draft, so alright. I'd say we probably go for. Huh, this is a strange one, because these 2 are essentially curses until we use them, and the blue spice, well, it draws itself, so it doesn't occupy space, but the effect is quite tame. I think we got direct link. We were at 1, so when we get wolf within, we could make it. So will be 6. That'll be 16 and 12. Yeah, significant. So now that being said, if it's gonna save me like 10-15 HP in this fight, I'm just gonna use it. I'll withdraw the curse. But it's not great. Let's get this down. I am probably gonna wait for the curse to be reshuffled back in the deck. Get 2 hits. This 15, 17. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so do I get killed here? Do I start working on this guy? I think I might want the kill, so do this. Doshi motion to block for enough. Get the refund. And actually there was something that I didn't consider. I'm gonna graduate violence and get the curse back in the deck so I can cleanse it out and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Maybe I should have done that before doing everything else, but I think we're fine with it. So we're taking 18 damage, but I have quite a bit of flexibility here. We're gonna draw an extra virus. Do we just get a kill over here? That means that this deals 16 damage. I could draw extra cards with Wolf within. Don't think it's worth it though. So we get the refund. And we just take that damage, which is not a lot. 18. It's 6 damage. I think we can manage 6 damage. Yep. Your earpiece, rid of that. We're blocking. We got a wolf within. We can leverage this into a kill, I think, right? There's no way we don't kill. 12, 22. Yeah, we're good. And we do it the same way. We guarantee that we have enough by doing this. Oh, nice. Oh no. I guess we can do it this way. Get rid of you. Get this one for us. Nice. Okay. So we took 6 damage and got a right. So we got through the options once again. Misty Sweep is great. It blocks for 13. We need to discard a card, but quite often we have viruses, so we can just always discard a virus, and that's good. And it allows us to remove viruses, which Issandre cares quite a bit. Virus Rebuke is good, just not in Issandre. We don't get to the damage threshold often enough, or fast enough, I should say. I mean, we're kind of virus happy right now for Issandre, but yeah, we don't get there often enough. Now, Bloody Anticipation, on the other hand, it is phenomenal. Especially since we have Nereide and we already have the Will Within. That W version is just insanely good. It means one extra pulse, and then you can use the pulse to deal a lot of damage. And you're always gonna end up with one smite in longer fights when you draw it. So yeah, we go Bloody Anticipation, and now that becomes priority number 1 to get the upgrade. And ooh. So we got to our 5 HP heal. That is great. Now it's a question of whether we want upgrades or removals. And I think you have to ask yourself, what I ask myself here is, does the removal benefits the deck more than the upgrade? And right now, later on, it starts to become more obvious that you do care more about the removals, but right now you want to improve the deck as much as possible. And we want that Bloody Anticipation upgrade pretty badly, so, and we got it. So yeah. Okay, so now we need to think about this. We're gonna get 5 HP, so this would be 147. So this, you can read this as 3 HP heal. Not great. The deck is pretty good against a lot of the breaches, so that probably means that we don't take a lot of damage. That being said, the deck is also pretty decent against most elites. Even Side Pressure, we got it okay mashup against Side Pressure. We just go Wolf Within, and with Bloody Anticipation we will be able to finish the fight quite quickly. We might have to pay a little bit of HP by focusing the pressure, but yeah, other than that, we probably okay. So against the Rock Enforcers, we probably pay around the same, right? 30-40 HP maybe, and the Swarm we take like maybe 10 damage, so I think this is merited, and then we reassess. And we have a regroup, right? So if we really do poorly, we just heal here. Ideally we don't want to do that, but you know, it can happen. And then we have the option to skip in the last one. So, yeah. And it is the Swarm. We just always get rid of the curse here regardless. And for this one, we have to hit this guy once. So we block. Oh, right. Yeah, we just hit this guy once. And I think we just tanked the damage, right? So this will be 16, 24. It will be 31. So we could not do it, but I think we just do it this way. Hit you once, set up the wall, and now we're gonna be able to get a smite every turn. And yeah, we take a little bit of damage, but we got the smites rolling, and we already got the hit, so get our free stuff. Wait, did I do the hit? I need to pay attention because I may have missed damage there. I got a little bit more damage, but that's fine. We got our Bloody Anticipation, and that means that this guy is ready to die for next one. We already got our refund, but oh, wait a minute. Now let's talk about a little bit about this, because it may seem obvious that we want to kill this guy, but I don't think we do though, because what is gonna happen is that they're both gonna die, and then two guys are gonna show up. So we want to control the battlefield a little bit more. That being said, that probably meant that we wanted to play Corrupted Job before playing the Bloody Anticipation. This is gonna deal a lot of damage anyways. And that blocks for a lot. So this will be 6 damage, you die, and then we need to block for 19, and we have 21, 19, so that's exact. And the guy next to us is almost ready to die, so we can start working on Dragon Forcer as well, so that's another thing to take into account. We almost always go for dodging motion here, because that's a lot of block. Then we use the smite to open up this guy. We get Corrupted Jolt, it gives us a refund. Well, I mean, I guess we have the option of getting material and then play both parts, which it's probably better to be honest. We got 24 blocks, so that's 12, 21, so we need a little bit more. I guess we do it this way, right? So, oh, right. Yeah, no, we need this, and then we get the thing. Oh, good. Yeah, we got the hill as well. We got the first figure and get rid of this thing within this. And this is gonna draw us an extra card. That being said, no, we're good because that means we can play this, and you die to the hill. That. Oh, the sniper shows up, the step shooter's the name, right? And we can kill that guy right now. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, right? Oh, can we do 1, 2? I think so. So it'll be 32, 42, yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2. For us. Yeah, this is good. A little bit of damage. We can look at that. And now this. And we pay some HP, but a huge amount of we heal every time we heal every time we take a fight, so we're good in that regard. Rejuvenating icon. It is hard to discard our hand until we get to the Corsairs 2, and we don't get there pretty much ever. Life Force Parasite is not gonna do much this floor because I don't think we certified to it. I bloody. I think we just do the wins over here. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, we got plenty of smites and stuff that deals. That cares about how many you play. And now we got a serious decision to make, which I think is gonna be Corrupted Jolt, to be honest. And we probably won the +8. The +8. That'll be 1 for 33. It's not bad. Oh wait, no, my bad. Inner piece for the block one. Yeah, I like it. I like the idea. Okay, so the upgrade, inner piece. This is the force lid. And hand size is okay-ish, but I mean, extra energy. It's very good, especially with Titan ones. So go this way. Oh, it's Dragon Forcers, so we can cleanse out the curse. That's great. I think we Sarge Strike anyways. Play Anticipation is gonna be fantastic because we can do this. Oh, it's almost ready to die. We might take less damage to enforcers than we did too, which is insane, but this one. Hey. I got one virus, so that means that inner piece, we discard, this is gonna pop the protection. We still have the extra energy, so like gives us an extra energy. I think we keep the viruses back. Just to try to hit the first cursor, which is gonna be relatively easy to hit, I suppose. This would be 18. Value of violence would be so 23. We can make it 23, or we can make it that. We're always playing this though. Yeah, I think we give it a full blow. Alright, we take 2 damage. Oh, 5. Oh, my bad. Can't count apparently. Good. This is great. Goodbye. That blocks. Keep the viruses under control. Hehe. We probably don't want that. Actually, 1 virus is okay. Because it means we draw it for the one with the flow. That does mean that we don't have one. Yeah. Is that enough? So. We ended up paying less. Ooh, okay. So, Blind Justices focus down one enemy. It's pretty decent. It's a lot of damage, especially against the boss fights. It's decent scaling. Erosive Power does the same, but it does it AoE, and it has some other interactions where there are a lot of enemies that really care that you hit them, like the shooter and the enemies that have the tactic that they deal 15. Is it? I think it's 50% more damage or 30% more damage if you don't hit them. This essentially hits them immediately, and it translates into a lot of damage. Fights in beneath Oresa take a lot longer than Slay Spire, so Cash Baron is just fine. It's a decent one. 33% of the time you gain something. Sorry, 66% of the time you gain something useful, and then you take no little damage, which you can sort of turn into something useful if you get the I don't remember the pulse related, the name of the pulse related antiquorum of the first one, but I think Erosive Power wins here. It's also the last elite is gonna be side pressure, because the other thing to note in and to contrast with Slay the Spire, in Beneath Oresa you have 3 types of incursions, I guess, different incursions in each floor, so 3 different elites in each floor. But unlike Slay the Spire, where you cannot fight, the only rule is you cannot fight 2 of the same twice in a row. But you could find Nob and then Sentries and then find Nob again, right? So you don't know exactly which one you're gonna get as your third one. In here, you know which one you're gonna get because you get them all. Essentially, they cannot repeat. So yeah. So that means that we know which one this one is, which is side pressure. The deck is pretty decent against side pressure, especially these options are fun. Both of them are fantastic. Max HP is great, the heal is temporary, but it's also really good. It means that the most likely scenario is we won't need to heal in that regroup. And the best thing is the upgrade, right? So right now our best upgrades would be got up to jolt again, dodge in motion, and we can even start thinking about one with the flow, the two costs with this type of running, or even the Architect's Curse, just so that we can remove it. It's also a good choice. This is a lot of value though, right? So increase the cost of a card by 1, which is most likely just gonna be 1 strike that we remove the first chance we get, and we can always cleanse it with the cleansing icon. So that's great. Companionship upgrade gives us for the family, which is a fantastic card, and it gets us closer to setting up the second win ability like level 7. But other than that, you know, we already got the best thing that the Nereide has to offer, like early on. The rest are pretty decent, but you know, like it's not top priority. So we care more about the upgrade. And the max HP is nice because we full heal anyways, and it's an unrestricted upgrade, which I'd say I don't hate dodge emotion though. Just to be able to block for 15, even if we don't get stuff, and most likely it's just gonna be 25 more this time. I mean, we could get the second one back. That's also an option, but I'm leaning this. It's a big chunk. We want to play it and increase the value of it. And we got a very good tactic, which is one. Oh, we got a nightmarish starting, because the key to this fight is you need to kill this guy fast before the reconstruction starts piling up on himself. That being said, we have erosive power, so that's gonna help us mitigate a little bit that reconstruction. It's just good, and I think because of this we just get rid of one bigger and we'll try to we're probably gonna have to go really fast if we want to. Now this guy explodes and right, so I need to time out this properly. We get you out of the way. We get a hit here. Before we do, we go one with the flow, corrupt them and get our refund, and now we probably just won this. We take some damage, but it's not a lot. The guy's ready to die. Yes, because now we can roll the anticipation. I usually don't go for this, but this is just so much damage and yeah, it's a lot of damage. So we go like that. Dodge in motion before we do anything else. And we can probably get away with this. Nice. Hello. Yep. Yeah, that injector is there for this fight, especially. We did quite alright with that. Minimum response doesn't work with Nereide if we set up the program, because we're always gonna have an attack in our hands. Can just discard that one. Last line is not gonna do much for a lot of the run, so it's okay if you need an emergency button, I guess. It gives you an extra turn most of the time. Control Deja-vu is pretty decent though. We got plenty of very good upgrade cards that we might want to play twice turn one. Not necessarily turn one, but you know, most of the time it's gonna be turn one. For example, if we get a double up bloody anticipation, we could do a lot of damage. Double up inner peace is just fantastic. Yeah. Even the Curse Vigor, Grave Violence are also pretty decent, so yeah. Total Dia was and last scavenge. We get max HP. Yeah, pretty much if we're above 60 HP, we don't care that much in the boss. Our deck has to be really bad. So max HP is great, but at 170 it's quite a lot. Might be able to get to 200, which is great. Right now we are at what? Ooh, 195. So we only need to get 5 more to get to 200. With the second going to be maximum value. Right, so what's the next upgrade? Probably the curse, honestly. And the reason we most likely want the curse here is because it essentially lets us remove it. Even though we have the cleansing, sometimes we draw it turn 1. And that's just not good. And drawing a turn 1 against the bosses or against the early enemies in floor 2 can mean a lot of damage. So yeah, the curse goes away. It doesn't go away, but you know, it gets mitigated quite heavily by just doing this. Oh, someone actually answered. No, okay. So, we got the one, so we need to invest in this guy, and we cleanse. I always cleanse the energy leak and I get the curse. I know that energy leak has fading, but you generally don't want to play the card. So this means that you have to pay it draws itself, but you have to discard a card to get it out of the deck, and it removes 1 energy, and it can be quite brutal. So just do that. This. Everything is gonna start dying so fast. That being said, we need 3 hits for this guy to die. That's not great, is it? I will still do that anyways, but... Oh, that was the wrong way to go. That being said, we can just let this guy kill it. But that means that he gets the buff from this guy. We can just save it for next turn, I guess. So we do this, and this. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna sound crazy, but yeah. Just now, you're the one that gets the buff, and we can try to do this turn, which we can. Dodge motion, get rid of you, and get the extra resources. And one hit, it's probably alright, right? 13. Oh, we take a little bit of damage here. Really should have played 2 defenses, but I mean 3 damage is not a lot, so good in that regard. We get our one with the flow, gather violence for the virus. We can move the virus immediately. I get a lot of block, and we start working on that guy. Which is gonna give us 6. You know, we're rolling. Yeah, we're pretty sure of the alpha, you generally don't want to kill it. Just you want that benefit of killing the foes, but yeah, that's good. We always set up this. Don't want to pay that. That's fine. Oh, okay. I already played this, so... Oh wait, I can just kill it. Hehe. Do I want the bloody anticipation? Also, it's probably not. Just block, right? Let's use this to block. Oh, but we want it in the deck. Let's do it this way. We take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. We probably want to start removing. Cards. Viruses. So we get the chance. And that blade is not very easy. But yeah, I'll get that. Okay, so we got a curse. Get that out of the way. It's not great, is it? I guess we kill you first and decide. Okay, that's not fantastic either, but... Oh. I'm gonna take damage here. This guy has a lot of... But it's almost dead, so... Well, I mean... Not quite, but... $18, $22, $32. Okay. Save the block. Save the draw and... So we definitely get a kill here. Extra block, that's nice. So working on this guy, because the sniper is going to show up. We might want to be able to kill that guy fast. Oh yeah, we just go bloody anticipation and you die to 2 hits and the other guy just dies immediately to the other stuff. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. There is the biggest. And it is significant. We're not gonna be significant. Inner piece like. Oh, we're just gonna draw the inner piece. That's great. So combo. Yeah. We're rolling. Okay, so what do we care about here? Mostly you care about pulse energy. You don't care about anything else. Now, if you don't get the pulse, well, then you're gonna have to figure it out, I suppose. As the first in the first floor. Later on, yeah, you can consider trying to go for draw or something specialized if you already have one of the good ones, those ones, and this is a fantastic one. You can just mitigate the, like, you sort of ignore the 10%. It's gonna happen from time to time, but again, you are Issandre, so you don't care either. Most of the time you can sneak in that extra. Okay, so 5 HP. This is free essentially because we have Nereide. So whatever we lose, we immediately gain. So it's a Political Custodian. So one way to figure out how strong the deck is how well we'll do it in this fight, because this is the worst fight you can find in as the first enemy in Poland. So bye, and I guess we'll do the physical strike. Probably want to go in my way to put the aggressive there, to go here and do that. Alright. Oh. I forgot that. I don't get to do. Yeah, I misplayed that one a little bit. See, not taking damage this turn, so it's fine. Oh. But we're gonna have to do something on our books and do this. Unleash. So evaluate, put the virus in play. Hit once. Get rid of you already. Got another hit there. Yeah, two viruses is probably something good to play. Oh, that's quite the throw move game. Yeah. That 19 damage. Not great. Not great. Put that set up. It's gonna give us a briefing, I guess. Treat that virus. Pretty sure we set up one with the player. Plenty of damage. Don't need to do a lot of damage. Let's remove because we're guaranteed to get the virus. So one with the floor, one with the virus. There's the protection, which is not great. But I block for enough to. I mean, we don't, but we're so close that doesn't matter. Go in a base. So go flow anticipation, send you over there. Oh no, I messed it up. Oh no. Yeah, that guy that you don't want to send to the other side. It took 69 damage. I guess we'll take it. Ferocious Charge. Do we care about Ferocious Charge? It's alright. If we upgrade it, we can essentially keep playing our attacks over and over again, which is decent. Ulterior Violence is also pretty good. It's essentially a card that doesn't count towards the deck. Fear and Corruption is good in Jokan and sometimes Sora, but it's not gonna do much. I think it's just gonna go Ferocious Charge. If I can upgrade it, great. If I can't, I just use it, and it's just a skip. Now we get an upgrade. Now the removal, we're probably gonna remove a strike. And the reason we're probably gonna remove the heal is also pretty good. The reason we're gonna remove a strike is because this counts as a non-starter card, and you still get scavengers that say remove 1 and 2 non-starter cards, and you're gonna see them. So for the upgrade, I think we go for the extra draws itself, or we go for extra block. I think we go for extra block here, and extra heal. It's also significant. We just remove one of the strikes. Right. I have to take the second fight. I don't think we want to do this. That 5 Fury, if it goes into a custodian, we're just asking for trouble, so. Okay. Well, this was a pretty bad build. Yeah, I guess we just need cleanse and Side strike. There you go. Oh right, yeah, we're gonna get the next one with this time. Oh, what can this guy suppose? Anticipation. So we go Doshi motion, we set up Doshi motion bound. We're working in here. Yes. Yep. Okay, so we can get rid of the virus. We can do something like this. Get the hit in. Go there. Move to that side. That everybody's attacking for a lot less. We can probably make something else cost more. I'm not quite sure. I think so. Oh, let's go here. Yeah, okay, so that's a lot of incoming damage, right? There's so much incoming damage. Okay, let's see what we get. It might be just straight out better to just try to greed and get extra stuff, because we're gonna be able to block for not a lot. That's the main issue, right? Okay, now we're cooking. Do it like this. Get that out of the way. We get this. That. Yeah, once the first one of these hits dies, is it worth it? It's kind of hard to say. I'll take one damage, I think, just for the shot at creating for this charge. Oh, come on. Goodbye. We did alright. So what's the plan? So co-corruption is an alright card, but you need the support for it, and right now we don't have. It's essentially Grisly Acquisition or Massive Program, something like that. Quarantine Mutation, on the other hand, it's quite good. We don't care about having a huge amount of viruses in the deck. We just want the extra energy that we get from playing them. So I think it's quite intimidation. That being said, now never is so right. It's same analysis before. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So is there one of these antiquorums that we would get rid of? And if there is one, would be Vicious Duty. Does decent amount of damage, but I mean this is good. The For the Family is a fantastic one to get, and then the extra air block at the start of each combat is good too. So we get closer to that, and as soon as we get to that 200 for business. The other option is also very good. So now we got Vicious Duty, which did its job, so that's good. Now, I think we upgrade cards here. Increased companionship is good, but I think Ferocity Charge upgrade is too good to pass, you know. And we go for the extra Fury or the extra. I think we got the guarantee 19. Even though we got Smites, it's. Now, 5 max HP and guess companionship sounds great, but I think that the upgrade, the card with the upgrade is good. The injector is gonna help us in as an emergency button against these fights, and increase damage by 5 is most likely gonna be in Corrupted Jolt or Ferocity Charge. But I think Corrupted Jolt just to make sure that we get extra value when we pay that energy. Ooh. Right. So I don't think it's ever explosive spraying. We're really past the point where that makes sense. Burning Incubation is alright, especially if we get the upgrade that puts it back in the deck. We go through stuff fast. We get Ferocious Charge, so Ferocious Charge searches for it. So it's good. We can also go Total Annihilation. Total Annihilation, we very often don't end up with one strike in the, with any strikes in the attacks, I guess, in the hand. And Tireless will destroy. It's probably triggering quite often, but I think Total Annihilation, I like the 12 upgrade is pretty good too. So yeah, we got the upgrade. Who gets this? And I think it's just Corrupted Jolt. Nah, it's nice. Now we get the choice of our first incursion. I think we take it, especially with that vector. That's fantastic. Yeah, Shadow Extract is just great. It draws itself, and then you get the emergency aspect to it. Yeah, it's Arcane Lich. Now, we might want to wait for Pyropoise Corruption to get rid of it. That being said, the curse is not great, is it? So we're gonna hit for 21, whatever this is. We're taking a lot of damage, so okay, so let's just get rid of one of the surge strikes. Ooh, that's rough. Hey, we can get a kill. Yeah, I guess we can get a kill on the blocks for 10 essentially. And we get 2 copies of this, 2 triggers of this, so that's good. I think there is no world where we don't play this. Smite. And this is probably justified. We get to do this twice. Even if just for the block. And we don't have to play this though. We can just kill with the material. That does mean that I don't get quarantine mutation in the deck, but in the drop, well, that's fine. I don't think we need it. So. Anyway. Take a little bit of damage here, but fine. We can probably manage to... Yeah, this is very good. We want to use it anyways. We get a kill. Well, now it's not the time to start messing around with it. Forget about the others then. This means we'll probably take damage. Well, actually, yeah, we take damage and it's gonna transform back anyways. So might as well mitigate as much as we can. Yep. The anticipation, we're over there. Who won this? Anyways, okay. It's gonna suck this time. Just need one damage, which with the smite we get, so. Unstoppable Burner is alright. I think we're past the point where it's relevant. In Asian multiplayer, right now we only have one card that triggers it, but it's quite good. But Represses Violence, I think it's probably a lot better than the other two. We got 3 smites, so we play quite a bit of attacks each turn. We want to play them because of total annihilation, so this is an interesting one because we are quite low. So do we want to pay the... We are already bloodied, so... Do we want, how badly do we want to skip them? I think we just upgrade. Even though this is fantastic, it's just... That being said, we don't have a huge amount of raid targets for it. Like, Touch Emotion is good, and another Curse Build would be fine. But yeah, if we don't... Well, I guess this is good too. So... Yeah, in floor 2, I care a lot about trying to get all the incursions instead of doing other stuff. I think high ground is probably gonna be more beneficial. 21, 38. So cleanse. Here's strikes. We probably want this. We want to do this one. Like that. Oh, come on. I should have done this first, I guess, if I was doing it anyways. I'll do it. Yeah. Take one of those. Oh, come on. But next turn is gonna be interesting because most likely both of them again. No, that guy didn't attack me, so it's good for us. Oh, nice. This. Good time. Oh no. Yeah, I think this is gonna just be the usual from this. It doesn't require. Just gonna be able to kill him next turn, probably. Yeah. Goodbye. And total annihilation is quite useful for just doing that. So we might take another Oresa charge just for the skip, but I think Quick Succession is just good. We got plenty of temporary fury and it's just a multi-hit. Explosive sprint can be alright, but Okay, so right now, what incursions we have left? We have the 3 guys, so it's a fight very similar to the fight that we just had, except instead of being the custodian and the sentry and then someone else shows up, it's custodian, sentry, and the not a nanosmith, whatever the name is, machinist. I think it's in this floor. So you're alright in that fight. There are certain iterations where all of them attack turn 1, and that can be a bit of a problem, but we're getting heals from it, so that's good. The other option would be the Mutax. The Mutax is probably the ones that we struggle the most because we have some damage, but we're not hugely bursty. I mean, it's not necessarily true. We got Bloody Anticipation and a decent amount of attacks, so well, let's just go for it. See what we get. So it is the Mutax. Okay, dodging motion. I think we do it again. So that probably means that probably means that we risk here doing this and get rid of 1 Sour Strike, 1 Curse Vigor, just looking for the extra stuff. Because in this fight the Mutax needs to die fast. That's the only thing that we care about right now. Because they attack for a lot. Build to attack every turn, and the Mutax attacks often and on. That would really care. I guess this blocks for 16, this blocks for 17. I'm taking damage here, no problem. It's not great. No, total annihilation is not quite useful. Especially keeping this guy really down for that guy. That's pretty good. Do this in a piece to get it out. If I'm being honest, we just take the shot at getting rid of the Mutax this time. Yep, pretty much. Okay, can you get us the attack? So this gives us an attack. Yes, we got it. We got it. That means that the other guy kills it, which is great for us. 722, we're gonna take a little bit of damage, but not a huge amount. Yeah, 8 damage is more than fine. Let's like to get rid of you. Oh, nice. Well, this fight went really well. Oh. Now, Blind Justice it's still pretty good. Don't underestimate it, and especially since we have so much passive damage that it starts to become insane, right? So it's 12 plus 3 is 15 plus... That's a lot of passive damage. Hasty improvement is fine. We're always gonna have one extra attack, even if it's just a smite, so that's good. I think it might be predictive assembly though, because total annihilation, all of this we want to play, and we want to play fast. I guess quarantine mutation we don't care that much about, but it's still pretty decent, right? And we can go for aim upgrade this time around. It's alright, so yeah, I think predictive assembly might win out, although Blind Justice is so good though. I'm gonna go Blind Justices, honestly. It's just so much damage. Let me just get to the other stuff when we get to them. I think we do get companionship upgrade here. The other option will be quarantine mutation, which is a good upgrade, but it's not needed right now. Those emotion and materials are good, but it's solid, and just being able to get to the 200 HP heal sort of on demand, it's a big deal. We remove a card. Do we want to remove the curse already? I don't think so. I think let's keep removing strikes and until we get the non-starter. Oh, crossing charge is just fantastic. Essentially guarantees that we probably are gonna be able to deal with the protector quite efficiently. We have a lot of damage with blind justices, like outside that uncontrolled damage. I see, just call it. This is 3 or so. 24, 34. Didn't throw the curse turn on. That's great because we can get rid of it. Strike. Go. So I believe we will this way. Do we just use this turn to set up, or are we gonna do it this way? That means that I can't afford to do this, which is it's a bit sad. I will do this. Okay. 12. Oh no. I'm missing the +1. I think I'm missing the +1. Because this would be what, 12? Oh no, actually we have this. So it's a lot more damage. They're 10 damage each, so we can kill it. Oh, cool. Smites. Goodbye. Alright. Yeah, we'll take. Oh, actually, we don't take any damage. Forgot about that. Oh yeah, we're rolling here. We never played that Sour Strike though. can probably go away with this, and then get rid of the Nemesis. Okay, that I'm going for us. I need to add another curse to the deck. Or do I got enough? Anticipation, how about see what you got here. Cool. We don't have any viruses left. That might not be ideal. We might want at least one, but it's fine. Can we get here? Right. So get that thing first. Do it this way. Fine. Oh. I think that was by accident. I had enough. We did have enough luck, so. You have 3 hours. This is just a way to mitigate those bad draws once you start getting a lot of viruses. We do have quarantine, so don't care that much about it. Level of the remain is fantastic, but I mean, internal purifier is just too good. We're very often just clicking on the viruses, and we have onslaught, so it's just a natural fade in the deck. That's pretty good. So, oh, we got the remove 2 non-starters, and most likely scenario is just a curse. And what's the other one? I can see a case for quarantine mutation, to be honest. Never get rid of. Yeah, I think it has to be that, because the rest of the cards we're using quite often. So. Yeah, probably. Right. By curse. I mean, I like it. I like it quite a bit, but I suppose quick succession could also go, but that's a big chunk of our scaling. And it conflicts a little bit with quick succession, so yeah, no. We're probably gonna make that for this. Right, so we cleanse. Now we can just cleanse Savage Strike and Curse Vigor. Oh, this is very sweet, because we can do this twice. And then do this. When I did say we weren't that bursty, I think I was wrong. I should have done that. Before I did. And if that makes sense. That was a very solid fight. The deck is flowing right now. Ooh, we got Grizzly Acquisition, which is one way to scale with programs. I don't think we need it for this deck, but anyway, it's a good way to go. Sunlight God is also very good. Makes 22 damage with Issandre. If this was 4-1, I would have picked clicking on it really fast, but we already have a lot of viruses anyways, and we got pretty decent damage with our total annihilation, our AQs, so it's powerful brain for sure. So, and powerful brain does makes a very nice upgrade. That being said, I think we want the 25 max HP. That leaves the 200 heal ready to go next turn, which, I mean, we might be forced into it. Not ideal, but the 25 max HP, that means that we get 205 next turn. That being said, the power from pain for quick succession upgrade. Yeah, these are pretty good though. I think I still like this approach. No. So it is perfect. You can get rid of one of the savage strikes and energy leak. Don't have to worry about it. Power from pain for sure. Yes, we do this twice. Use for the family on this guy. Oh. Let's do it in this order. That way we have them split and I don't need the nut back. Yeah, we frozen sharp, but it's just a matter of being able to keep the weakness going for us. Oh, this is just fun. And we work on that split. That means that we get to do slow anticipation, gets us an extra energy. Get to play this. We get to go over there. Well, actually, wait a minute. This blocks for quite a lot, so we can do it this way. That means we do end up without. I think we're better off doing that. Doing move within instead of come with the wave. And we just get that annihilation next turn. Seems fine to me, so Doshi motion. Well, I got the savage strike, so I can do that. We're gonna do this. Put that in your piece out. Do it like that. Look for a lot. I dig it. Suppose we go in a base camp. The protector is one of those fights. It can be quite easy. Did I play a virus again? I don't think it matters. Just, yeah, we block it now. Well, yeah, I forgot that I hadn't applied the index. Things might actually get scary here. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to play until we finish this turn. Yeah, we're good with that smite. Anticipation. Bias is under control. Yeah. Right. Do it this way. Some damage here, but that's fine. It's almost ready to go. Goodbye protection. Yep. Now, do we care about this? The answer is actually yes. We probably just go basic movement. We die quite often anyway, so. And it can help us mitigate the turns where we really get the rolls. So every 10th turn. Oh, I suppose we have max HP. Divine Intercessor. It's just a great one. No, we don't rush the companionship, okay though. And Jinx doesn't seem worth it. Especially now, since we're not gonna... we could probably use the 5 extra HP. Especially against these guys. See what we're working with. Alright, so... Terminal Velocity. It's a big one, but... You know, it's useful. Inner range is also pretty nice. Yeah, I think it's on a lane, especially since it's free. So now we can go cleansing, Sword Strike, then rain. Get again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Get one dash, straight. And what we got? Oh, that's pretty good. We go 1 with the flow. Get over here. Yeah, we're gonna take a curse here, but it's fine. Oh no, wait! Oh, I lost it. Oh. Why do I have to play this badly? I need to pay attention. Yeah, he has plenty and I don't have any energy, so I would just lost that. I don't think it's gonna matter that much, but he could have. So I definitely should have been paying more attention. That's for sure. So we do this. Get the next attack, because it might be the... Yeah, it is. That. With the brief one, coronation. Ego, the cursor goes to the discard pile, so I think we just get this out. Yep. Yeah, we have the guy journey. We most likely want to hit that guy anyways. We got enough range to get rid of the curses, so you know. And rain and get rid of 1, 2 Crucibles. Just throw a card. This is alright. Okay, we got the kill. And just do this. Next time it's gonna be interesting because we're gonna have to get the kill. Yeah, we send you over there so we can play the. Oh, we do the corruption. We'll hit that onslaught. Draw some cards. Gonna draw even more cards. Set up the draw for next time. Well, I guess I should have played the other one, but it's fine. Yeah, I should have played Curse earlier, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be okay. I suspect, so. That extra draw. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Oh no, this starts getting bad, isn't it? Did I use this array? I think so, right? Maybe not. Let's just find out. No, I haven't. That's good. Yeah, I dig it, because now we get to do this. Send you over there. And rain. And get rid of you. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Anyways. Oh no. Can I get a curse? No, not you. You. Get rid of the curse. Do a corruption. Not great, but no. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so get rid of you. Let's do 1 damage, please. 1 damage. There you go. Right. I need to pay more attention and not mess up that. But... So this is deals damage equal to the versus. Probably don't get there anyways, but it has anchor. The top one at least has the discard effect. I mean, this one's alright though. It triggers often, and we got those emotions, so no part. Could be really nice. We don't want this, right? So just draft. Yeah, whatever vibes if it is. Yeah, right now it's all about timing. In floor 3, the devotee is the fight that worries you the most if you're the tainted ones, because you don't have really good way to deal with the curses once they get shuffled back in, because you have also viruses to worry about. So I think I'm gonna be able to make effective use of the extra draw. So this is 21, 29, 37. Sorry, yeah, 37. Okay. We get 2 of this. I think so. 1. Yo. Who is playing powerful brain here for sure? Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, nice. I mean, I could get the one in the draw pile, but I think we'd rather have 2 into it. It's not gonna trigger this turn. It actually might. We're cleansing for sure and get rid of the stun. Do I have another stun? Not sure. Yeah. Oh, it's not triggering this time. Yeah. That extra info. Okay, so we got a block for that much, which we don't have right now. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is why we have the second window to go. Oh, it's gonna be this. Alright. That was a valid second fight. Overheat Venting, we really like in Jokan and Sora, although we're at the point where this probably doesn't matter. We have Total Annihilation, so that serves that purpose. Not only Total Annihilation, we also have the AQs. It also powered on Blind Justices, so that's pretty good. We got 1 Pulverizing Smash, and if we get a remove non-static cards, we're probably getting rid of it, so we're gonna base it. It's a fantastic card anyways. It helps us mitigate quite a bit against Devotee, and it has a lot of other uses as well, so Oh, I think we increase the damage of the double and just get rid of the worst one to determine which one is the worst one. Oh, that. And the worst one is probably venerated bas relief. I think so. It's alright. It may have been better than what we just got rid of, but we're good though. Right, so we do this, it's going to go down. And we get to see what we are dealing with here. Huh. No, I don't think it's most important because we want total annihilation. So my guess is gonna be overheat venting just because straight out we don't care that much about. So we're always doing this, we're always doing this. Oh, maybe I didn't want to do it in that order though. To cleanse, to get rid of you and you. Don't have banner vast relief on it, so let's do that. Anyways. Yeah, we're taking a chunk of damage, that's fine. Oh, we don't have any. We don't have enough to reach the threshold. Yeah, we need it. This for a while. Oh, 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 oh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so rushing motion. Throw a bunch of cards. Draw even more cards. Hold on, my back. Oof. That would have been disastrous. Goodbye. Here. Yeah, for sure. Now, they do have a lot of damage, to be honest with them. But do this. Not gonna do anything, so as well just do that. I'll still take damage. Maybe it's not enough to take damage. Don't get about block. Maybe I should have perfect. I think this is fine for us. It's not a guy died. Okay. We lost so much people. Oh, I don't think engagement protocol is it lost a lot of the value once we got rid of venerated bas relief. Jet to generate also is good, but I think this are not the messages too good to pass. It's a lot of block. $142 is a lot of HP, so we probably just want to upgrade either Burning Banes or Powerful Bane. I think Quick Succession is also a nice upgrade as well. I think it's yeah, I think just Burning Banes. Just get the extra draw. We are not bloodied, so. Okay, so Paradise Enforcer. In Lord 2, if you see this guy, you go with a different order. You kill the shooter first, because he multi-hits ×4. Then you kill the other melee guy, and then you deal with the Enforcer, because it also gains a lot of fury. But here we have reinforcements, and they're not small. If we can't keep up with pace of the reinforcements, and we are forced to take several turns to kill them, we just focus. We're better off just focusing on the Enforcer and forget a little bit about these guys until we deal with that threat. So, which is what I'm going to do. And we just got the... Well, Ferocious Charge might be better. Yeah, I think Ferocious Charge is better in this particular context, because we can do that. Do that again, and now we can just do infinite damage to everything. Oh, did I draw the... Oh, I still got one. Oof, I almost messed it up, but thankfully I didn't. Goodbye. Goodbye, Star Strike. Goodbye, Curse. It's great. Do that. Tobias down. Also, really good turn 1. So we can kill that guy. No need to do anything fancy here. Still missing one. That is get rid of you. This thing. Get rid of one of those things. You're gonna die. What I can do next. Sniper is gonna join next turn. Yeah. Don't need to deal with a lot of damage. Also, we could get a second annihilation, and it's pretty good, but I think no speed losses might be No, honestly, let's just go second total annihilation. Even though no speed losses is probably better, but I like the idea of just sitting back and let it trigger a bunch of times. We can use the ghost of a card, but I don't think so. I think we just go on rival and my last attack. Well, it needs to either go or get upgraded, which we can right now. Yeah, I think this is justified here. Search catalysis. Pretty good. Now that we get the second lead, now that we fought flamethrower guy, it's either the nanosmith with the 2 watts, which were not fantastic at taking, although we are explosive and they don't have a lot of HP by themselves. And then the other one would be carrier of the Carbon, which can be a bit of a problem. So it's the nanosmith. Well, so sessions, so we'll get. Huh. Suppose we get metallic skin on this one. Pay dividends eventually. Get enough strike. Strike. Okay. Definitely want to start setting up the maybe. Now we're gonna do this slice. And then start working on that guy. Oh, we still take on the numbers. Not ideal, but probably get away with this and kill one of them. It's gonna throw me into something, I guess. Nice. It's a lot of damage incoming for sure. Oh, this is gonna go. That's good. Don't worry about you anymore. This way. Yeah, I will wait as well. Please. Let's see what we get with this. Yeah, we got what we needed. That's gonna give us a rift. Right. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. choice. Go back. Last nice. I mean, Cross of Argoth is pretty good. I think so, and we're fighting Guardian of the Garson last. And very often we're fighting that guy at the end. We do hold on to this. So we upgrade something, which is gonna be probably... Oh, the second turn annihilation. Yeah. Now we're at what? 12, 24, 32, 35. Yeah, let's see what we get. We're gonna play these twice, but just get away with playing this twice. I mean, that is risky though. Just play Outbreak twice. Oh no, it goes away. Okay, let's redo this. Wait, right, do enough. Oh, we got... What do we get? Annihilation, which is fine. Lawbreaker, which is kind of whatever. I'm gonna play this. So we do some more passive. Oh, that was nuts. Oh my god. I don't think we need to risk it. Just play like that, safe. Oh. Alright, not bad. Took a little bit of damage, but I think we're still within reasonable. So we don't care. Burning Alteration is okay, but we got Burning Bane, so don't really need to do that. So I guess now or never. And we can get rid of it. We went to non-starters. Right, so it would be now or never, and the other one would be Oresa Smash. Now we're probably at the position we don't care that much about the Gosira Hubs. Better upside than the... Well, I guess I don't get the option to remove that one though. We'll buy now or never. Yeah, we'll buy Smash, it's okay. We do remove here. We remove one of the strikes. Oh, that is fantastic. Means that we get an extra discounts turn 1, which is the most important turn right now for us. And we're gonna be able to show with max HP. If we don't die this time around, I don't think we will. Okay. What you got for us? Not bad. Can blood anticipate twice. Not bad. Can call spill eventually. It's not the greatest thing, but whatever. I mean, the liver recovery is also good. So just slow it down when you think. Let's just get rid of you. That was nice. Alright. Get this thing out. Alright. Kill. Get rid of that. We definitely want to play one. Something changed. And now you die. Get rid of that. Alright, so we definitely want to play this. This. Then play a little bit here. We play this for a while. Yeah, we can do a little bit of damage. Don't want that. Oh, I could have salvaged that one. Probably would have been better, but we're good. I think. Oh, it's no viruses. But this puts the virus in the bag. Gets it out. What? Okay, 38. Then I get English, it's just not ideal, but wide a bit. Amount of resources, but still. Discard a card of advice. Blast. Not bad. We're still using the effect. Is it the initial multiplier? I think so. We got the jolt and we have last dark. Those are good. And these are kind of whatever, so. But we increase companionship and that essentially means that we're gonna show up with 215 HP to do a boss fight with a pretty solid plan. So it's the hands, defense, the other savage strike, and energy leg. Oh, I drew both of them? Oh, I only have one. Okay, so we see what we get here. Ooh. Might be the very base, but I think metallic skin might be right. Even though if that takes. Oh, I think that takes more. Because we get to do defense. We get to do it again, and now we don't have to worry about that. And let's get the one off here. Definitely want to set up that. Yeah, with this ones we definitely want to set up our stuff. Our stuff, I mean the programs. So we're gonna do this one. Two. Three. Get the refund. Do this. I'm gonna take damage, but it's fine. Got it. Have a few HP. This means that we don't have to worry about it. Start working on that. Start working on this. And get more anticipation back into the deck, and we're going to work on another one of those. This. This. Alright, that's solid. Actually, I might be able to play all the cards. All the attacks, my bad. Goodbye. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the extra stuff, the extra viruses. That allows us to do this. That
deals so much damage, so much passive damage. We go ferocious and it's over. Alright,
Was quite the run. Oh,
what's going on?
and I did stop talking a little bit in floor 3. So not as over-explained as it could be, but I mean floor 1 is the more interesting one, and you know, the one that you have to pay the most attention. Well, that's not true in Data ones though. Floor 3 can be quite tricky as well. But no, I mean this was solid. This was a solid run. And thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.